Good morning. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. And it is the 25th of October, new moon, powerful new moon, which was why I wanted to do this live specifically because there's such incredibly powerful energy for us all right now, which probably is making many of you feel not so good. Many people have increased pain, sleeplessness, disjointedness, disconnectedness, because this is a time of huge catalyst for transformation between now and November 8th, where we have the solar eclipse. We have maybe it's a lunar eclipse on November 8th. We have a partial solar eclipse today, which we won't see in the US, but will be seen in other parts of the world. And these planetary energies are fueling in us the need to shift and change and become what we came to be in this world, and to be releasing old belief systems about ourselves that are holding us back. This is a very, very positive, although intense energy. And, we get the very physical symptoms because that's that signal to, okay, something's got to be looked at here. Something's got to be addressed. So what is it in your life that either you need to get going on, because that is what this is also very much a catalyst for. It is time to get going, but it is also a time of nurturing of self and really doing the self-care, and the forward movement needs to be in a gentle manner. We don't want to do what many of us have done in the past, which is, all right, I'm grabbing it all and I'm moving forward with it all. It is absolutely the time to transform in a way that is so powerful that we do want to be gentle in it, which means in this process, you're probably going to want to stop, take some deep breaths often, and that releases some of the buildup, the energy that needs to come up. There's a lot. I've spoken on my Facebook Live videos about the fact that we came in to clear a lot of ancestral energy, which means we've been carrying this energy, believing that a lot of these things are ours. And in a sense they are, because we came in with them to clear them. But I invite you to get quiet and start asking your higher power. I'm open, I'm willing, I'm ready to receive the insights as to what needs to go here. What is not even mine? What is my ancestral energy that I came to clear? We who came in to do this are the warriors, and the warriors are kind of heavily laden right now with this task. But again, you're not alone. Invite your guides, your angels, your companions. Many of you who have followed me on Facebook for a while know that I lost my sister 3 years ago, December, went and took her ashes to Hawaii in February, March of 2019. And so it was 3 years ago, well, almost 4 years ago. And she came to me at that time as two guides. I just got back from Hawaii and did a lot of healing work on the rocks, and also understood that she needed to move on now. Her support for me was no longer necessary. And so I said goodbye to her in her guide form, and a new guide came in for me, and that is who is being channeled for this reading. And so Hector is the guide that has come through with this incredible divine wisdom. So the first card that came up, I'm going to look it up again because I'm not as familiar with this deck. This is the Druid Craft Tarot, and it is the Three of Pentacles. An increase, abundance, craft, skill, appreciation. So this is time to really start showing yourself to the world for who you truly are. Stepping into your authentic self with all the gifts you came to share, that desire to be the intuitive, spiritual guide that you are, to release the limitations and those things that are holding you back. but really step forward. There's something that you're incubating and have been thinking about possibly working on. I know for me, there's a new program with my business partner back east, and it's called, our business is called Solar Power, SOULER, and then Solar Power. The program is warrior healing, because the warriors take on so much energy and shove it down. We think of warriors, and certainly they're part of the audience we serve, which are the firemen, the policemen, the frontline medical personnel, those people that are standing up for others and acting in favor of others. Mothers on many fronts are warriors, and there are warriors in all walks of life. With that comes with it some very definite, difficult physicality. And relationship issues, addiction issues, because we're shoving all these energies, the traumas that they witness and take in daily. We don't witness any big events freely. I guess that's the best word. We take on the traumas in these events. Those folks take it on daily. For a mother, let's say you've got a child that's struggling in school and maybe being bullied, and so you're stepping out. I had a young friend years ago whose son was born deaf. And they wanted to sequester him into this special section. And she fought for him, saying, no, he needs to be mainstreamed. He needs to be in. And I remember thinking, because both our children were young at that time, how courageous she was and the warrior that she is. And so warriors come in all shapes and sizes. So the things that you've been thinking you wanted to do, maybe you want to start a new business, maybe you want to expand a business, maybe you just want to bring a new aspect into your life, into your home. Truly, maybe you want to redecorate because you're no longer feeling right in the surroundings that you've got. Now is the time. Clear out the old, bring in the new. This is a catalyst card. This is also being recognized. Look at this, is the Three of Pentacles. He's working on something and it's beautiful. And it is a time of recognition and receiving for that which you need to move forward in the world. The next card that came up is the Fool. And the Fool is all about optimism, expecting the best, abundance, but you've got to take that step. And you look right off that cliff. You've got to just jump into that thing. The necessary courage comes up in the next card, strength. You have the strength. Look at her. She is, taming that wild boar just with her presence, the strength of who she is, the peace that she is, that wildness is tamed. And so that strength is available to you. That courage is available to you to really move forward in life. It's going to take courage to go, okay, this is who I am. This is who I've been, and I've been hiding it or sequestering it or preparing it to be seen in my world, in my tribe, in my universe. We came in to serve and we came in to learn. The learning time is always, but the service time is really always as well. But there's something big that is being birthed within you, a way for you to serve. And it may, to this point, have been just an inkling, just an idea that is like intriguing. It's like, well, that would be kind of fun. I wish I could. That would be, yeah. And it kind of won't leave you alone. That is what you want to explore. That is the purpose you came in to live. And again, like I've said before, purpose is your passion. What is it you're passionate about? What do you love to do? That is what your purpose is. And it does not matter if it's model railroad building. There is some way for you to speak to the world, to minister, to soothe someone within that. That is what we came to do. And again, shedding the huge load of ancestral energy that we have the ability to shed in this lifetime, that we've carried, many of us, under very heavy circumstances throughout this lifetime. We now have the strength to clear it, to recognize it, to look at it, to let it go, and know that now is the time we can do that. And there is so much support. Call on your guides, your angels, your companions. You do not have to know them by name. They are there regardless of whether you know them or not, and you have every right and the need to call on them. They cannot step in and help us without our permission. That's what prayer is. It is giving God, Creator, the universe, source energy, your angels, your guides, your companions, permission to come in and help. And they so want to. And why do they want to? Because they know what a difficult thing living in the human form is, as well as they're honoring what we came in to do in this lifetime, clearing all that ancestral energy as well as our own karmic energy. And remember, karma isn't punishment. It is that which you did not fully learn in the past lifetimes that you chose to bring forward for your examination in this lifetime. So the very difficult things you have suffered through in this lifetime were learning grounds. They were what you came to fully understand. Those can now be released as you've gained the understanding of what it was you had not yet learned. So we've got this time to really get going on this thing that you came to bring, this program, this idea, this business. But you want to do it with compassion and gentleness because that strength is there, but you don't want to beat yourself up in the process. You want to care for you. That is the balance between the masculine and feminine. And we've got pretty much in this reading, it is a little bit more of a feminine energy. We see the strength as the feminine. You know, we are both masculine and feminine. In each of us, one pretty much weighs heavily or plays more than the other. In the warrior, the masculine is pretty darn strong, which is not always a good thing because it's very much a take charge, get things done. You know, I can do this because I'm strong. And we end up sometimes in physical disalignment and imbalance in our lives because of that. And so we want the balance that the feminine brings in too, because the feminine is the receiving. So we have the feminine right now that we want to embrace as we receive, we nurture with compassion ourselves. And you definitely want to get out, get outside, get Mother Nature on your side to help, because that's huge in the healing aspect. Gaia is a healing force in our life. If you're in a place right now that's having horrible energy, just get out on your front porch and breathe in the nature energy. If you have the luxury of getting near water, a river, a lake, the ocean, whatever, it can be a little fountain in your house. Do that. Water brings us that soothing energy, that healing energy. The next card that came up, and I opened the book because I did not fully understand, is the star in reverse. And what the star in reverse is telling us is a loss of innocence, low self-esteem, losing touch with intuition. And that's kind of where we've been. And the star wants to bring us back to that place of self-trust. That's what intuition really needs to expand, is trusting ourselves. I teach a class pretty regularly at Community Ed called Exploring Your Energetic and Spiritual Power. Intuition is very much a muscle. And as you know, you have all had those, oh, I wish I would have paid attention to that inkling I had before I walked into the situation. I knew that there was something, up here. It wasn't a good choice, but I went anyway. Those inklings are what you really want to start, quote unquote, playing with to build that muscle of intuition, because that's how it's built. We all have it. It is whether or not you're trusting yourself enough. And that star energy is saying right now, many of you are not trusting yourself and your intuition. You're not playing in that realm enough. You absolutely want to expand this. I am open, I'm willing, I'm ready, guide me. That's a mantra that I invite you all to start taking on, because the how of it isn't our business. This is also this well, oh, it's the last card that's coming in, is a time of great, well, this one, the Three of Pentacles, was about your craft and bringing through, and it's been something you've been working on as well. That can be very personal, but it is a time of receiving abundance for that and recognition and bringing those honed skills in. Maybe you're a crochet artist. I have an acquaintance who is. I bought this from her, and it's so amazing. Her skill to be able to do this is huge. And you know, some of us may go, really, crochet? That's like some gift. Anything you have passion for is the gift you came to bring in this world. She created this with her hands, with her energy. I'm wearing it. I'm sharing it with the world. I walked into a shop and the woman went, "Oh my God, where did you get that?" And I said, "Well, this woman here does that." And she goes, "Does she sell like to?" And I said, "I believe she would." And so I was able to hook her up with a shop, whereas honestly, as many of these as she makes, she can sell. And so it is, you know, and again, her energy is here. She loves doing it. And I am now wearing it. So I'm receiving the love that she put into this and the excitement of me wearing this, because I had her make it special in this color for me. And and it's very asymmetrical, which I like. Yeah. So enough about the crocheted top. But again, it is her gift. It doesn't matter what you're passionate about. Cake decorating. Oh my gosh, how fun are they? You know, when you get these cakes from somebody that had this amazing vision in their head and they put it into this thing that now you get to share with your friends, family, or whoever. Your passion is where your path lies. You've been honing the skill, or at least exploring it a bit. Dive in, start making it happen, because there is great abundance ready to come through. And that is the last card in this reading, the corn. It is all about having sown the seeds, having created what it is that you're bringing to the world. It is time now to let go of what's holding you back. That's what this new moon and this energy between now and November 8th, huge, huge, huge transformational energy. Jump in, open, willing, and ready. You don't have to know the how. If you're open, willing, and ready, which is that constant prayer to your guides, angels, companions, source, the universe, creator, the big kahuna, Allah, Buddha, Hare Krishna, God, Christ, does not matter what you call them. It is you saying, I am willing to have you step in and help direct what my next best step is. That is all we really need to focus on. But again, in the process, nurture you, heal some of what you've been doing to yourself, some ways that you've been harsh on yourself, beating yourself up, because compassion for self is the hugest catalyst for getting going and being very productive in this next few weeks that we've got. But this energy is transformational from now in through March. It's going to be very tumultuous in our lives, in our world, with the shifts that are happening. But it's okay. It is all the unfolding, and you unfolding truly with the gift you came to offer to this world is so huge in the process. Because when you do that, your energy elevates, your vibration rises. What you're sharing with the world is a higher vibration. Because remember, we can't change the fact that we share energy. All we can change is the type of energy we're sharing in the world. And that we have the choice to shift with the help of our guides, angels, companions, our creator. All of that is what we can do right now in this very amazing time we're living in. And choose to shift the fear that these tumultuous times are. Quit listening to the news. I'm in the point now where it's like, quit listening to all of it. None of it is benefiting you. It is only stirring up fear and angst and anger and blame, all of which is BS, because none of it matters. What they're telling you need to fear is not your business. It isn't what you need to fear, because it is all going to move forward, whether you're involved in it, and you're going to move forward more easily without all that tumult. like I tell someone I love is, I don't understand why you need to bring that in, because there's nothing you can do about it. This isn't your truth. This isn't your reality. And you can't shift any of what they're telling you need to be afraid of. And every channel, every single one of them is telling you what you need to be afraid of. What you want to do is attend to yourself, love yourself, ask how to do that. Again, the how isn't our business to work on. It is the willingness to become, the willingness to participate, the willingness to move forward in whatever your power is, whatever that looks like. And if you don't know, open, willing, and ready, invite them in to give you inklings. When I do personal readings for people, it is now become, what is their next best step? That is all we want. We can, and I invite you to daydream in a general way, what you want your life to look like, the abundance, the peace, the joy, the adventure, the learning, the high vibe, but keep it with an open framework as to how. We get very limited, and we've had lots of limitations. That's what's leaving now with these energies. For many of us, this shifting cosmic energy is painful physically, painful emotionally, bringing us to lows or euphoric highs, can be feeling sick and unable to cope. Choose to release that in a general way. I release these limiting feelings so I can move forward in my highest and best good for my next best step. It can be that simple. We only need the next step. Release the past, cut the cords to it, release your negative projections, your catastrophic projections of the future. Because I don't know about you, but everything I've projected, thank goodness, does not come true, because I can project some pretty crazy stuff. The future is an illusion. The past is an illusion. What we have is right now. So get quiet, get out in nature. Nurture you, have compassion, take a bubble bath, get out for a walk, go for a ride, get out in your garden, whatever you can do. Breathe in the energy of the trees, sit next to one, lean against one. The trees are so nurturing and healing. Use Mother Earth, open, willing, and ready to bring in the spiritual aspect of who you are, combine them. Become more balanced in who you are, releasing ancestral energy, breathing it out, receiving the guidance as to really what it is that you need to release now is huge. And creating. Full moons are the time of creation, the time of new moons, manifestation, and creating more of what you want, less of what you don't want. So what do you want to move forward with? Always in the positive perspective, not, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to have this anymore. No, what do you want? I want more peace internally. I want more abundance in my everyday life. I want positive influence in the world. I want higher vibration within me on a regular basis. I want more balance. I want more alignment. That's what this looks like. And then daydream it. What will it look like for you to walk through the world without pain, without dysfunction, without limiting beliefs, without depression, without hopelessness, without fear? All of those things are things we can release now. Breathe them out. I invite you. Breath work is very, very important. And it can be as simple as just breathing up to a count of 4. It can be just as simple as slow breathing in and out for a few minutes. I like box breathing up for a count of 4, holding it for a count of 4, breathing out for a count of 4, holding it out for a count of 4. Because it keeps you focused on that. And that's a good way to calm yourself, to be ready to receive, open, willing, and ready to be shown. And then Creator generally plays in our mind. That is where we see, hear, know what is going on within us. But we don't trust that. And so increase the trust. Choose to trust you. Give up but in the past I've really screwed up. We all have. Those are learning opportunities. One of my mentors calls it optimization data. the mistakes. It is where we learn. So let them go. Get the learning from them. Look back on things. Maybe make a list now of the things you've done, had, experienced that were not easy, and then put next to them, all right, show me. What did I learn, glean, and grow from in this situation? And you'll be given the words, oh, this. Then you can really embrace what happened and let it go. No longer a victim, no longer under the circumstances. You are in charge. You've got the strength. The work you've been doing in your life is going to pay off. You have to be courageous and a bit, quote unquote, foolish is what the fool represents, but it is optimistic that things are going to flow in the way you want them to. And it is time to really tap into the intuitive knowing aspect and be ready to receive all the abundance available. So a very powerful new moon reading, and knowing that you have every right to step into this power, to utilize it, to grow with it, and to move forward with it. Please like, subscribe, and share these videos to grow this channel. I would be so grateful. And reach out to me at the information I have below if you'd like a personal reading or some energy healing work. I love doing that with people, and it can be done all over the world. Energy is limitless. It doesn't have to just take place in person. That was one of the gifts of the big C that we just went through. And so I embrace that possibility. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage, on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. Until we meet again.